It's easier said than done, obviously. If we can force them into some third and longs and make them throw it a little bit, which is not what they like to do as much, and then, offensively control the clock a little bit, control the ball, be able to run it, mix in the pass when we want to. It comes down to making plays when they're available. If we can make enough plays, I think we have an opportunity to keep it close and be competitive, and if it's close in the fourth quarter, then you never know what happened.
As you look at the game tonight, what do you see as one or two things that you really want to make sure that your boys do well and execute right if you were to walk out of there with a win tonight?
Yeah, defensively, we've got to trust our eyes. I've talked to them all week. Their offense is built around misdirection and deception and trying to get your eyes one way and go the other way. So we've got to be really disciplined with our eyes. And then we got to rally the ball and we got to tackle in space. And they've got multiple kids that are big-time playmakers that can take it to the distance. So you've got to wrap them up and you got to get next guy in. We got to rally to the ball. Defensively, and then offensively, we got to be able to mix it in, mix the run and the pass. Last week versus River, we were able to do that. We were through for over 200, rushed for over 300. So I'm not sure it's going to be to that extreme week to week, but we've got to be balanced, and so to keep defenses on their toes so that they don't know exactly what's coming on any given play. Everybody healthy for the most part? Yeah, we're as healthy as we're going to be. At this point in the season, bumps and bruises, but We're excited for the challenge. Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck tonight. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. All right. It's Coach Matt Kimes of the Warren Warriors back with more from Beverly right after this.
Welcome to the Frye Dental Group, where Total Smile Care begins with a comprehensive approach to oral health and ends with a beautiful, memorable smile. Dr. Brett Frye, Dr. Elena Perry, and Dr. Derek Howe continue to pursue the latest professional education and excellence to ensure you receive the best dentistry available. From repairing damaged teeth to same-day crowns, sleep apnea solutions, and complete smile makeovers, the focus at Frye Dental Group is to deliver the most advanced professional care available. Learn more at fryedental.com and at 1309 Green Street in Marietta.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
My name is Dr. Walter Kerschel. I'm the Chief Medical Officer at Camden Clark Medical Center in Parkersburg. Everyone in our community needs to get vaccinated. We've developed good vaccinations. We know that they're safe, they're effective, and they do prevent hospitalization and reduce the risk of dying from this virus. We've got to increase the vaccination rates, and it's the one way that we can help, again, protect ourselves, protect our families, and protect our community.
Welcome back to Fort Frye. Coach Eric Huck of the Cadets joining us. Big win over Zanesville. Look at that in a nutshell and give us the rundown.
I thought our defense played well the whole game to be able to shut down their talent. But it was really a game of the second half. I thought our offense really came out and was sparked by Owen Brown's runs, and our defense took off in the second half.
I'd love to know what you said to him at halftime, but instead I just want to know what you said to him after the end of the game.
Well, Coach Ross had a talk with him at halftime, actually, and it was one of those little bit of soul-searching kind of thing with Owen, and we know what he's capable of, and he really showed it in that second half, and for him to run like that, it just shows what he's capable of, and we know there's going to be big things out of him as the season goes on.
Warren Warriors tonight, what are we looking for?
They can run the ball very well, and they really have a balanced attack with Taylor at quarterback, but Williams can run the ball very well. They have a line that blocks well for him, and it's going to be about the line of scrimmage, who can control it, and who can run the ball the best.
A couple of injuries to be concerned about. You have to fight through this week and just look to get healthy.
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple guys that are going to be, kind of game time decisions whether they can play or not. We got one that's going to be out for a little while, unfortunately, and it's really going to hurt us. One of our seniors, it's a player, but we just got to have the next guy step up and have those guys figure out what they got to do in a hurry here and put them in.
All right, Coach, appreciate it. Have a great game.
All right, thanks, Chris.
Coach Eric Huck of the Cadets. We'll take a time out. Be back with Andy and Shawn right after this.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
Not all cabinets are created equal. With Rouse cabinets, you get a better value with expert craftsmanship at an affordable price. This isn't particle board you'll see in the big box stores. This is true quality custom cabinetry for your kitchen, bathroom, home office, living room, and much more at competitive prices, fully installed. Better value, better cabinets. Rouse Cabinets, State Route 550 in Fleming. Call for a free estimate, 678-2211. Online at RAUCHSCabinetsLLC.com.
And we welcome you back to Cadet Field. Andy Rex along with Shawn Jones as we get set for the opening kickoff between the Fort Frye Cadets and the Warren Warriors tonight. And Shawn, as we talked a little bit before the coaches' interviews, we were talking about this Fort Frye Cadet schedule and how the way it shapes up. And I know if you're Coach Eric Huck, you don't overlook any team on your schedule. Mm-hmm. But the way that this game falls tonight, how do they avoid it keeping from being a trap game for them with Trimble on the horizon next week and then Lima Central Catholic coming up?
Well, I think the first thing is stopping the run attack. I think that was most likely the focal point of the defensive practices this week for the Fort Frye Cadets. Goal number one on that side of the ball is going to be stopping Jason Williams, the electric tailback for the Warren Warriors. Has something around 700 yards, I believe, rushing in 4 games, and that's not even including all the other all-purpose yards he's put up. He's a special player. They're going to have to keep him contained, and I'm sure Eric Huck has certainly taken a look at all video and taken that into consideration when putting together this week's scheme together offensively. I'm looking for the Cadets to probably pound it out, be tough with the football, and then when the opportunity presents itself, be efficient and opportunistic through the air.
Meanwhile, this Warren team kind of found its footing offensively last week in a quick turnaround, a game that they picked up on Thursday night for a Friday night game with the River Pilots.
Yeah, and I think if the Warren Warriors stay in this one tonight with the Fort Frye Cadets, it's going to be because they were able to efficiently score when they have the football. Now, we've seen them, Andy. They don't need to have the football very long to score. They have some great athletes. We've mentioned Williams. Taylor Bowers, his compatriot in the backfield, is very talented as well, and we've seen those two young guys really lead this offensive attack. And their quarterback, Trent Taylor, can sling the ball around. I think he had his best game of the season so far last week in a winning cause. I would look forward to maybe seeing them open up the passing game a little bit last week, especially if they can establish the run early. And Andy, off we go. Looks like the Cadets are going to receive this one here in front of their home faithful.
81 degrees here at kickoff here at Cadet Field. It's Owen Brown, Mason Long, and Ethan Dusky back set to receive the opening kickoff tonight. 12 minutes on the clock. We are set to go. And a foot into it, a little pop-up kick. It's going to be taken at about the 25-yard line by Dusky. He's out across the 35, pushes his way towards the 40, 41-yard line. So a nice little return there by Ethan Dusky.
Yeah, not the best kick you've ever seen, and Nice job by Dusky to pick that one up out of the air and set the Cadets up with a really nice starting field position. 59 yards to go. Let's see if the Cadets take to the ground here to start things off, try to establish the run.
With quarterback Ian Ellis under center, the 6', 185-pound senior, and the handoff will go in the backfield to Long. He'll get out across to about the 43-yard line, maybe a gain of 2 on the play for Mason Long to bring up 2nd down and 8.
Nowhere to go up the middle on that run. Warriors able to stuff up the running lanes. This wing T offense can be very confusing to play defense against. So mentally, I feel like you have to be on your game.
Whole bunch of movement now on the offensive side. One receiver out wide to the right, 2 wing backs, and fake the handoff, and Ellis back to throw. He's going to look long. He's got a receiver wide open out the 30-yard line down there. It is Clayton Miller inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, the freshman, 6', 163. Talking to a buddy of mine before this when I saw in the stands, and he said this kid is going to be a special one. Keep your eye on him.
32 yards on the completion from Ellis to Miller. Bring up a 1st down and 10 for the Cadets at the Warren 25-yard line. Handoff is going to go to Long. He's going to be bottled up in the backfield. A nice job there by Jason Williams to bottle up Mason Long all the way back at the 29-yard line. A loss of 4 on the play.
See Williams getting involved from his position into the defensive secondary.
That'll bring up 2nd down on a long 14 yards for the Fort Frye Cadets, who will send 3 receivers out to the right and a tailback behind Ellis. The handoff will go to Dusky. He'll push forward to the 25, still on his feet, and then he's going to be stopped there at the 25-yard line, a gain of 4 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Well, they're back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe about 3 inches in front of where they started this drive at. Got to figure they're in 4-down territory at this point. No need to do anything rash here and create a 4th and long.
3rd down on a long 9. Ellis will send a receiver out to the right, sends a man in motion. And now sends another man in motion. The handoff will go to Brown. He's got some running room inside the 20, 15. Brown on his feet, still on his feet, and he's shoved out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
What a run. He's hit, and he spins. And then there was a big hole as he ran toward that right side. That's a gain of 13.
Actually make it a gain of about 17 from the 25-yard line down to about the 8. Where it's 1st and goal now, just inside the 8-yard line for the Fort Frye Cadets. Ellis sends a man in motion. Will stoppage of play and a penalty flag, and that's generally a false start.
Yes. Procedural flag, and they're going to be backed up another 5 yards here.
So it'll bring up 1st down and goal from the 12-yard line now.
Efficient drive so far.
9:32 to go here in the first quarter. First possession of the game for the Fort Frye Cadets. They've worked their way down inside the 15 of the Warriors, and that is Dusky on the carry. He'll get inside the 10 down to about the 8 to bring up 2nd down and goal.
About a gain of 4, and this would be a big piece of momentum if the Warren Warriors were able to stop this opening drive.
They're actually going to mark the ball back at the 9 for a gain of 3. So we hit the 9-minute mark on a turning first quarter clock. 2nd down and goal for the Fort Frye Cadets. Ellis under center in the traditional wing tee, sends a man in motion. Ball is on the ground, a bad snap, and I think the Fort Frye Cadets have fallen on it. Ellis indeed did recover the bad snap.
Yeah, it looks like he never quite actually had a hold of that. Problems with the transfer.
So they'll mark the ball at about the 8-yard line now. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 8 for the Cadets. Ellis under center and a
looks like movement again up
front there on the and a false start once again against the Fort Frye Cadets.
Andy, I would think that as much as you have to be mentally prepared to defend against an offensive scheme with as much pre-snap movement as the Cadets have, I think you also probably have to be as equally, if not even more so, mentally prepared as the offensive player, and making sure that you are on cue. A lot of that pre-snap motion to memorize. Someone there, I didn't catch you, jumped just a second early.
So it's 3rd down and goal now, and Ellis is back to throw, looking, a little screen pass is caught out in the flat, and inside the 10 is Brown. He's going to be shoved out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. Mark it actually at the 7-yard line. So it'll be fourth down and goal from the 7.
I think Ellis was looking for his receiver going down the sideline. I think that was the freshman Clayton Miller, and decided to dump it down to his elusive back. I wouldn't be surprised if Brown doesn't get his hands on this ball here on 4th down as well.
2 receivers out to the right. Ellis with a back behind him, and he's going to roll out to his right. Look, he's going to try and escape, but he's going to be barreled back underneath, back behind the 20-yard line.
That was Eugene Paul, the 6'3 sophomore, number 55 for the Warren Warriors, ending that first drive for the Cadets. And as I said, Andy, maybe a little bit of momentum here for the Warren Warriors. They bent, but they did not break.
That is certainly something that you can say right now, that the first offensive possession of the game, the win would go to the Warren Warriors.
Yeah, certainly. Maybe a couple of mental miscues, which the Fort Frye Cadets will have to clear up, and surely they'll clean up throughout this one.
So 1st down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 20-yard line. Trent Taylor in the shotgun with a back beside him each way. He'll take the high snap, hand the ball off to Williams. Williams going to look to turn the corner, and he's going to maybe get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe lose about a half a yard on that one.
Yeah, looks like they're going to move the sticks. Well, you're right, Andy. Maybe a foot's length.
2nd down and long for the Warriors as we are approaching the 7.5-minute mark here in the first quarter. No score in this one. Warriors on their first possession of the game. Taylor will hand the ball off to Williams once again. He finds a little hole out across the 25 out to about the 27-yard line. A nice little scamper there by Jason Williams for about 7.5, 8 yards. Bring up 3rd down and a long 2.
Williams, so hard to bring down up on first contact, much like his counterpart Brown for the Cadets. We really have a show tonight when it comes to the running backs on display.
Taylor will back up in the pistol formation with Williams behind him and Bowers beside him. He'll take the snap on 3rd down. He's back to throw, looking and looks over the middle, has a receiver caught out across the 45-yard line. That's Hunter Grimm on the catch.
Really nice throw out to the sidelines.
1st down Warriors at their own 48-yard line.
And that's one of the things that we've talked about in this Warren offense, Shawn, is if they can hit a few of those throws.
Correct. Gain of 21 down the sideline there. And, yeah, if they can hit a couple of those throws, that certainly opens up that passing game even more for Williams and Bowers.
1st down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 48-yard line. The handoff is going to go to Bowers. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Yeah, the Cadet defense really sniffed that one out early. Bowers gets about a foot and a half, if that.
Looked like Caleb Bailey was in on the tackle there for the Cadets.
Way not to get distracted by a shifting number 2 going across the formation.
2nd down and 9, and now a little swing pass out to Williams is going to be incomplete.
Threw a fastball out to him, and he could just not handle that one. Think he might have been thinking about avoiding the oncoming Cadet defender.
So the incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 9.
Would have been Clayton Miller on the coverage, making his name known early in this one. A big catch, and would have had himself a nice hit, I do believe, if Williams would have called that one in.
3rd down and 9 for the Warriors from their own 48-yard line. Back to throw, and screen was set up for Williams, but he couldn't hold on to the football, and incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, the Warriors going to have to punt this one away here, so both teams go away empty-handed on their first possession, and I think they had that one set up pretty well. Again, maybe a case of thinking about what you're going to do before you bring that ball in for the reception.
Brown and Long back to receive the punt from Jason Williams. They're both standing back about their own 20-yard line. A flag is going to be thrown at the snap, and we'll see what the penalty is. First of all, we'll see where they mark the football. They're going to mark the football all the way at the 44-yard line of the Cadets, so effectively only about a net 7 or 8 yard punt.
Yeah, it was not a good kick. A bit off the side of the foot, to say.
Penalty is an illegal procedure against the Warriors.
They're going to make him kick this again, or just take it with this excellent field position. Well, not excellent field position, but very, very good field position. They'd have it at their own 43. And call it the 44.
They will mark the penalty off from the end of the punt. So a 5-yard penalty for illegal formation will give Fort Frye the ball 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. 5:44 to go here in the first quarter. No score in this one from Beverly. Ellis sends a man in motion and hands the ball off to Long, and he's going to get maybe a couple across the midfield stripe into Warren territory at the 49-yard line. Give him just a gain of 2 on the play.
Warriors have done a good job defending most of the runs up the gut so far.
So to bring up 2nd down and 8.
I'd like to see the Cadets potentially go to the air again here.
He's got a receiver out wide to the right, and that traditional wing T sends a man in motion and will hand the ball off. And this time Long's got a whole 40, 35, and runs right into Hunter Grimm inside the 30-yard line, but a nice run there by Mason Long.
Yeah, huge run, picks up over 20 yards, about 23.
21 on the play.
We'll go with that. Your math's better than mine.
Down to the 28-yard line where it's 1st down and 10 for the Fort Frye Cadets. Inside the Warren 30-yard line. Ellis, and a whistle and a stoppage of play here once again. And another false start against the Fort Frye Cadets.
I believe the 3rd flag they've picked up. 3rd false start so far tonight, only here in the first quarter. Maybe some kids a little excited to get into the action.
So 1st down and 15 for the Fort Frye Cadets. Ball back at the Warren 33-yard line. And sends a man in motion, hands the ball off to Long on that trap. He's got some running room, 30, inside the 25. Still on his feet, shoved out of bounds at about the 21-yard line.
Down near the 20-yard line. He marked down about the 21-yard line. Going to be second down.
That's going to be a gain of about 12 on the play for Mason Long. He'll bring up second down and about 3.
Long starting to really churn through some yards this drive as the Cadets kept it on the ground and pounded away. It's been a fairly fast-moving clock, of course, with a whole lot of running offense so far.
Second down and 3, and Ellis will send a man in motion, hand the ball off to Dusky. He's going to be tripped up from behind there by J.T. Rice.
Looked like he had a pretty nice hole there. Rice comes in and stops him about 2 yards short of the first down, maybe a yard and a half.
Third down and a long one for the Cadets. Ball at the Warren 19-yard line as we roll under the 4-minute mark here in the first quarter. Still no score in this one from Beverly. Ellis sends a man in motion, will give the ball to Long. He's going to try and turn the corner, and he's going to be bottled up from behind and lose a couple of yards there, and it'll be fourth down.
Good job again by the Warren Warriors to bend, not break. Looks like they dropped him for a loss of about 3.
And it'll be fourth down and about 3. Back at the 21-yard line.
Big play here as we come up on 3 minutes to go in Beverly. It's still a muggy evening, that's for sure.
81 degrees at kickoff here in Beverly.
Whew. 3 on the play clock.
And now a whistle and a timeout by Coach Eric Huck before the play clock expires. So with 2 minutes, 52 seconds to go here in the first quarter, no score in this one from Beverly. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
At Staley Countryside Meat Company, we approach each processing order with individual care and attention. We take special pride in our work to make sure you are satisfied with the meat product that ends up on your kitchen table. Call Staley Countryside Meat Company today at 740-989-2076 to schedule your meat processing needs. We also do our best to accommodate special requests from cutting to wrapping. Staley Countryside Meat Company, we're a cut above the rest.
Good things come to those who wait, except when it comes to your health. If you've delayed your annual checkup or are looking for a change, now's the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care, now open in the newest location at Harbor Point, Williamstown. The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients and just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care in Williamstown.
And we welcome you back to Cadet Field of Fort Frye High School. Out of the timeout by Coach Eric Huck. It'll be fourth down and 3 for the Cadets. Ball is at the Warren 21-yard line. They need to get to the 18 for a first down.
Big play here. Can the Warren defense stand up to this offense again?
Ellis sends a man in motion. Will hand the ball off to Long. Long's got a hole. He's got some running room. Barrels over a defender inside the 10 all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that was a resounding no on that play with a run of
16 yards. And he ran into Landon Fairbanks there at about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and he just kind of splattered him like a bug on a windshield as well. He was just, there was no, I'm going to sidestep you. It's I'm going to run through you. Impressive.
First down and goal for the Cadets. The handoff will go to Dusky. He's going to be barreled up as he gets to the interior line of the Warren Warriors. No gain on the play. It'll bring up second down and goal as we near the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter.
Mason Long so far a big part of the offense's success tonight, as you'd imagine.
So second down and goal from the 5-yard line. Ellis under center once again. He'll send the man in motion and hand the ball off to Long once again. Long walks into the end zone for the Fort Frye touchdown.
Well, on cue, I called it, set that touchdown up run very nicely, if I can compliment myself. But I have to say, I feel like they have discovered something that they like against this Warren Warriors defense. 3 very similar-looking plays that led to big runs on that drive in particular for Mason Long. Coming across from the left side of the field and just leaving everyone in the dust or trying to take them straight forward with them. Impressive first quarter.
Now on to attempt the extra point is Cameron Tennant for the Fort Frye Cadets. Ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 1 minute and 55 to go here in the first quarter, Fort Frye strikes first. They lead Warren 7-0. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
It's the kickoff sales event at Pioneer Family Auto in Marietta. Kick off the season in one of over 700 new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Ford, Lincoln, or pre-owned vehicles. Score big deals like 0% financing up to 72 months or no payments until November. We need trade-ins, so we're willing to pay over book value for vehicles like yours. And regardless of credit history, Pioneer can help you get the car you deserve. Kick off your deal at Pioneer Chevrolet, Pioneer Buick GMC, and Family Ford in Marietta or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CDW details.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
Stick around following the game. Shawn and I will pick the Kettle One Teamwear player of the game. Kettle One Teamwear on Green Street in Marietta. Give them a call, 740-373-7969. Spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, heat press services, so much more. Kettle One Teamwear, proud sponsor of the player of the game. Kickoff will be picked up at the 20-yard line and out across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. On the return is Jason Williams.
Let's see if the Warren Warriors can get some momentum going on offense. Warren, last time they touched the ball, of course, were able to pick up the first down, but
picked up a couple of first downs and drove into Fort Frye territory and then kind of stalled right just on the other side of midfield.
Sure did.
So first down and 10 for the Warriors, and the handoff will go to Bowers this time. He's going to look to turn the corner, gets out around the 35, loses the football, and it pops right into the hands of Ian Ellis.
Yeah, how about being at the right place at the right time? That was almost gift-wrapped to Ellis. Let's see here. They're talking. They're going to potentially call him down before the ball came out.
I don't know about that. I mean, there could be that. Nope, Fort Frye football.
That or potentially he would have had a foot near the sideline.
That was the other thing that I was thinking they may have been talking about, is whether Ellis had a foot out of bounds when he recovered the football.
He was close, but I thought it was pretty clear even from our angle that unless maybe he had a toe on the line, he didn't seem to be too close to the chalk.
So a turnover right there will give the ball right back to the Fort Frye Cadets with 1:45 to go in the first quarter. And they'll set up shop 1st and 10 at the Warren 40-yard line. Ellis will fake the handoff and roll out to his right and look to throw, and he has a receiver wide open. It's Owen Brown, and Brown couldn't hold on to the football.
Yeah, Brown open there. I think he kind of had a choice whether to throw it to Brown or go for the deeper route. It looked like he had Quentin Huck about 8 yards, I should say, downfield even further. big play potential there. Unfortunately, just slipped through his hands.
Incomplete pass will bring up second down and 10. Clock paused at 1:39 to go in the first quarter. Fort Frye leading 7-0, and with the football once again.
Love the play clock they have here in Beverly.
They'll send a man in motion and hand the ball off to Long. Long loses the football this time, but he quickly puts himself right back on it.
Looks like he's going to lose a couple on that one. I think that was 55, the first guy through there that got a hand on it. Eugene Paul again, he had the big sack to end the Cadets' first drive.
And Coach Eric Huck wants a timeout, so we'll take it with him with 1:19 to go here in the first quarter. It's Fort Frye 7, Warren nothing. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
Not all cabinets are created equal. With Rouse Cabinets, you get a better value with expert craftsmanship at an affordable price. This isn't particle board you'll see in the big box stores. This is true quality custom cabinetry for your kitchen, bathroom, home office, living room, and much more at competitive prices, fully installed. Better value, better cabinets. Rouse Cabinets, State Route 550 in Fleming. Call for a free estimate, 678-2211. Online at rauchscabinetsllc.com.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
So out of the timeout, it will be third down and about 12 for the Fort Frye Cadets. Ball is marked at the Warren 42-yard line. Ellis under center will send a man in motion. He's going to roll out to his right and look to throw, and now he's going to take off and has a receiver wide open in the end zone. Stretching out for it is Mason Long, but he can't quite hold on to it.
Yeah, nearly full extension. This place would have erupted, Andy, if he would have hauled that one in. Pretty good pass, especially considering Ellis was on the run. He's going to bring up a 4th and long, and
I think you're going to see the Cadets punt the football away here, but and I believe you're right. They will. They'll send Clay Gruey, and he'll stand back at about his own 45-yard line to punt the football away. And got Fairbanks back to receive the punt, standing at his own 10. And the punt is going to be touched by the Cadets, but can't quite maintain the momentum, and the ball rolls into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, he was nearly able to get on top of that and save it. I didn't quite catch that, the number on that, but what a play to nearly pen the Warriors inside the 1.
So the touchback will give the Warriors first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line with 63 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Cadets leading 7-0.
After a very fast-moving first portion of that first frame, Andy, it's kind of slowed down here in the past few minutes.
First down and 10 for the Warriors. Taylor with a full house backfield, and he's back to throw, looking, and he's going to go over the middle, and it's going to be tipped by the receiver, and the receiver's going to have his hat knocked off of him.
Whew. Glad to see, looks like Hunter Grimm getting up. Yeah, got his helmet taken off. I believe that was the cadet that was flying over. Looks like maybe got caught under a cleat or something. Glad to see everyone's okay.
Incomplete pass will bring up second down and 10 with just under a minute to go here in the quarter. Taylor once again with a full house backfield and a receiver out to his left. He'll pitch the ball behind him to Williams. Williams is not going to get anywhere. I'm maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. if that. They're going to give him officially no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
So far tonight, only 3 carries and 7 yards for Williams.
So 3rd down and 10 now for the Warriors, as Taylor will send a receiver out wide to the left, 2 wide to the right, and a sidecar beside him. 3 seconds to go on the play clock. Gets it off in time, and Taylor's going to be in trouble. He's going to scramble from the pocket, and he's going to push forward for a couple of yards out to about the 22-yard line. Going to be well short of the first down, and that will be the end of the first quarter here in Beverly from Cadet Field. 12 minutes in the books. It's Fort Frye 7, Warren nothing. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
Hi, it's Robin from the Citizens Bank Company. There are many ways to save money at the bank. If you are 55 years of age or older, take advantage of no minimum balance and no monthly maintenance fees on our Prestige 55 checking account. You will get your first 2 boxes of checks for free. We are here for what matters. For over 150 years, we have been providing first-class service on a first-name basis. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations, or for more information, visit us online at thecitizens.com. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
It's the kickoff sales event going on now at Pioneer Family Auto in Parkersburg. Kick off this season in one of over 700 new Honda, Volkswagen, Mazda, or pre-owned vehicles. Score big dealer discounts along with incentives like 0% financing or no payments until November. Plus, get overbook value for trade-ins and vehicles just like yours. Just bring your current credit information for guaranteed finance options and your best deal. Kick off the season's deals at Pioneer Honda, VW, Mazda of Parkersburg or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CD for details.
Caleb Burns will take the punt, and it'll go into the hands of Owen Brown. He's back at the 40, on his feet, inside the 20, all the way down inside the 10-yard line on a great return for Owen Brown.
Flag back at the 43, however. Let's see, I think this one may be coming back. What a big play.
A holding penalty against the Fort Frye Cadets.
Mm-hmm.
So mark that ball 10 yards back from the spot of the foul. And it'll put Fort Frye back inside their own territory.
Still like the starting field position. You would have liked it a whole lot better if you were inside your own 15. Cadets really seem to have figured out a few things offensively. I think the one thing that they figured out is, hey, Mason Long is very good.
So mark the ball back at the 47-yard line of the Cadets, where it'll be 1st down and 10. Just underway, second quarter. Ellis is going to roll out to his left now, and he's going to throw, and he's going to find a receiver at the midfield stripe, and that's going to be Owen Brown. He's going to be held up right there by Jason Williams, just inside Warren territory at about the 48-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 officially on the play.
Around the second reception of the night.
So 2nd down and 5. Let's break the huddle with about 17 seconds on the 40-second clock. And we'll send a man out wide to the right. And they're not going to get the play off in time, so a delay of game penalty.
Delay of game against the Cadets. And on the back 5 and replay the down.
Well, that's yet another penalty against the Cadets here in the first half. That's going to basically erase the first down gain.
That's at least the fourth dead ball penalty against Fort Frye, pre-snap penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So 2nd down and 10, and the handoff will go to Long. He's going to pick his way through a hole, get out to the midfield stripe. So a gain of 3 on the play will bring up 3rd down and 7 now for the Cadets, right at the midfield stripe.
Another 3rd and long. Last time they were able to convert on the legs of Mason Long. Of course, Warren did shut the Cadets down on their first drive, forced them to turn it over on downs.
So Ellis under center, sends a man in motion, and we'll see a penalty flag again at the snap and a stoppage of play, and
yet another false start.
Another false start against Fort Frye.
Yeah, 3 yards forward, 5 yards back. 5 yards forward, 5 yards back. Hard to get a whole lot of continuity and rhythm in the offense when you're getting that many penalties assessed against you.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 12 back at the the Fort Frye 45-yard line. Just under 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Fort Frye leading 7-0. Ellis sends a man in motion. He's going to go back to throw, look, and now he's still looking. Now he's going to take off with it, and Ellis is going to get inside the 50, push forward, and get shoved out of bounds at about the Warren 47-yard line. That's going to be about 4 yards short of the first down, and it'll be 4th down from there.
Yeah, gain of around 8 or 9 on the play, and those yards at the end of that turned it into, 4th and potentially do we go for this?
Doesn't
Looks like
look
they're
like
sending
it.
on the punting unit, though. Only 4th and 3, and Warren really hasn't moved the ball efficiently yet this first half.
So we'll see Clay Gruey on to kick the ball away. He's standing back at his own 41-yard line. Gets a foot into it. A nice boot. Will take Fairbanks all the way back, and it'll roll. And again, the momentum of the defenders cannot keep the ball out of the end zone, and it's another touchback.
That was number 81, Cameron Tennant. Let's see here. Who else was that? Just diving into the end zone.
Elijah Johnson,
yeah,
number 20.
Elijah Johnson. Both of them in hot pursuit of that one. And talk about 2 really nice bounces on both of the punts we've seen from Gruely. Just bouncing straight up and giving those guys on the outside a chance to get down to the field and pin the Warriors deep. Good special teams play tonight from the Cadets.
Bit of a timeout here on the field as I think they taking a little bit of a water break. Gives us a chance to remind you of a great event coming up in a couple of weeks and a great fundraiser. It's the Roger French Memorial Scholarship Golf Scramble. to be Saturday, October the 2nd at Lakeside Golf Course. $70 entry fee per person. Includes your green fees, cart fees, food throughout the day. And all the proceeds will benefit the Roger French Memorial Scholarship Fund as well. So, great event coming up in a couple of weeks. 1st down and 10 for the Warriors. The handoff will go to Jason Williams. He'll be bottled up in the backfield and lose about 5 yards on the run.
The Cadets have so far absolutely taken Jason Williams out of this game, and the Warriors really haven't found another option to consistently gain yards so far.
So it'll be 2nd down and 15 now for the Warren Warriors. Ball back at their own 15-yard line. Taylor has 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left, and a sidecar beside him, and Taylor escapes 1 tackle, but he's not going to escape the 2nd or the 3rd, and he's going to lose a couple more yards back to about the 13-yard line.
Caleb Bailey in with the sack, but the first guy through, Casey Brooker, nearly had himself a sack just a split second after the ball was in Taylor's hand. Really nice job by Taylor to at least keep the play alive for a moment, but this Fort Frye defense so far tonight has stepped up.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 17. Taylor back to throw and sets up the screen, and it's not going to go anywhere. It's caught by Bowers, but right there is Caleb Bailey to take Bowers down at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and a loss of about 4 on the reception, so never good when your receptions are going into the negative category, and Warren so far tonight just cannot find an answer to get the ball down the field. They do only find themselves, however, down a touchdown.
And so we'll see Caleb Burns back to punt the football away. Mason Long and Owen Brown set to receive the punt, and a whistle and a timeout called by the Warren Warriors. So with 7 minutes, 26 seconds to go here in the first half, it's Fort Frye 7, Warren nothing. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
Dr. Derek Howe of Frye Dental Group is now accepting new patients to dental practice at 1309 Green Street in Marietta. Dr. Derek Howe is a native of Marietta and a graduate of Marietta College and the Ohio State University of Dentistry. Frye Dental Group is where total smile care begins with a comprehensive approach to oral health and ends with a beautiful, memorable smile. Dr. Brett Frye, Dr. Elena Perry, and Dr. Derek Howe now accepting new patients. Frye Dental Group at 1309 Green Street in Marietta. Call 740-374-0123. A Delta Dental PPO and Premier Network provider.
And Caleb Burns' punt for the Warren Warriors will bounce and roll out of bounds inside the Fort Frye territory at the 45-yard line. So a nice little punt and bounce and roll for Caleb Burns of about 45 yards.
Yeah, very nice special teams play here in the second quarter. A couple of nice punts off the feet of both punters now, and let's see if this Fort Frye offense can find some rhythm that doesn't involve flags every second or third play, Andy.
So 1st down and 10 for the Cadets from their own 45-yard line. Ellis sends the man in motion, will hand the ball off to Brown. He'll look to turn the corner, has the corner across the 50, inside Warren territory, down to about the 47-yard line. That's a nice little 8-yard run there for Owen Brown.
Only a couple of carries on the evening for Brown, but he's been involved in the passing game with a pair of receptions for the Cadets tonight.
I'll bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Cadets from the Warren 47-yard line. Ellis sends a man in motion, will hand the ball off to Dusky. He's got some running room inside the 45, down to about the 43, maybe the 42-yard line. That's enough for a Fort Frye 1st down. A gain of 4 on the play. 1st and 10 Cadets.
Keep the clock rolling, and let's see if maybe some of the momentum that you can kind of feel building in the Cadets' favor from just absolutely shutting down Warren defensively can turn the tide into some points.
Ellis will hand the ball off to Brown this time. He's going to look for a hole. He picks his way forward for a couple of yards down to the 40-yard line, maybe just outside the 40. Give him about 3 on the carry. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Starting to cool down a bit here in Beverly. Just a little, though. Quite a muggy evening for high school football.
As we approach the midway point of this second quarter, 81 degrees at kickoff. 77 now, and here's a carry by Owen Brown. He's going to find some running room inside the 35 all the way down to the 30-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a Cadet first down.
Yeah, sweep to the left, and it looks like he is going to pick up about 11, I should say, on that drive. 4 for 35 unofficially right now is what I have him for, and it seems like with these past few drives, both of the running backs now starting to, or all the running backs, I should say, starting to pile up the yardage.
First down and 10, and the handoff is going to go to Long, and then the fake pitch back to Dusky, but Long had the football the whole time, and he doesn't get anything on the play. Nice job by the Warren defensive staying home on that one.
Yeah, it looked like Jason Williams, who's been not up to a whole lot out of the Warren backfield tonight, able to make a play there defensively, force a second and long. And Warren has played quite well, I would say, on the defensive side of the football. They've been helped out, certainly, by a number of Fort Frye penalties, though.
So it's second down and 10 for the Cadets at the 30-yard line, and Brown's going to look to throw it this time after the handoff, and then he's going to be bottled up brought down for a loss of, and now a flag is going to be, a late flag comes in, and we'll see what this penalty is about.
Can't tell, but potentially a face mask?
We will wait for the officials to sort this one out, and it is a face mask penalty against the Warriors, but it's the 5-yard variety, not the major penalty, because he did not signal personal foul.
It looks like they're going to mark it right about where the ball was going to be spotted. So
no, they did mark off. Oh, he was going to mark off the full 15, and then now they are marking off the full 15-yard penalty.
Oh, they are? Well, yes, it is the personal foul variety, Andy.
So it'll result in a first down for the Fort Frye Cadets. Ball be spotted at the 16-yard line, where it's first and 10 with 5 minutes, 21 seconds to go here in the, and now we're ready to go. So Ellis will back up into the shotgun this time and hand the ball off, and looking to turn the corner is Brown. He's going to get inside the 15 down to about the 13-yard line.
Only a gain of around 3 on the play. We've really seen Brown take the load on this possession in particular.
Inside 5 minutes to go here in the first half. 7-0 Fort Frye, the lead and the football. Ellis sends a man in motion, and this time will keep it himself and push forward inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line.
Tell you what, I was fooled personally on that one, Andy. I was watching the decoy back, and a nice, quick, fast, hard run up the middle.
Mark the ball at the 8-yard line. It'll bring up third down and about 2 for the Cadets inside the Warren 10. And now Ellis will give the ball to Long, and Long is going to stumble his way forward and get into the end zone for the touchdown.
That looked like the exact same play he scored on at the opposite end of the field. Andy coming across, and they make a big side of him on the right side of the line, and it looks like we do have an injured Warren Warrior. Well, 4:01, and the Fort Frye Cadets find themselves up by a couple of scores now, Andy,
with 13-0 with an extra point pending. This is a chance to remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll have the Tonight in Ohio High School Football halftime show. Skip Mossick, your host for that one, and always does a good job with that. And we'll also have halftime statistics, recap the scoring, and maybe take a look at some scores around the area coming up at halftime here tonight.
Yeah, I'd like to hear what else is happening out there. Hopefully, and I didn't get a chance, I will say, to check, but hopefully the pandemic played less havoc with the schedule this week, although I feel like it's a carnival every week.
I know there were a few games that in our immediate area that were canceled. Waterford was supposed to play South Gallia. That game got canceled tonight. John Glenn and Coshocton was canceled tonight. Those are a couple that I know off of the top of my head.
It looks like we're about ready to try to tack on a cadet extra point here.
So, and it looks like here they're going to, okay, now they're going to line up to kick it as Cameron Tennant is on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Ian Ellis.
Was successful on his first attempt.
Ball's down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 4 minutes and 1 second to go here in the first half, it's now Fort Frye 14, Warren nothing. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
Hi, it's Robin from the Citizens Bank Company. There are many ways to save money at the bank. If you are 55 years of age or older, take advantage of no minimum balance and no monthly maintenance fees on our Prestige 55 checking account. You will get your first 2 boxes of checks for free. We are here for what matters. For over 150 years, we have been providing first-class service on a first-name basis. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations, or for more information, visit us online at thecitizens.com. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, it's Tony at the Citizens Bank Company. The process of obtaining a loan can sometimes seem daunting. Let us take the worry out of this process and replace it with the loans that will get you the keys to that car, take you on a much-needed vacation, or secure the house you've been wanting. We're here to help you find the best loan to make life happen. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations or visit us online at thecitizens.com. We are here for what matters most. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And just a reminder that following tonight's game, Shawn and I will choose the Kettle One Teamwear Player of the Game. Kettle One Teamwear on Green Street in Marietta. Spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, heat press services, so much more. And some of the best stuff you'll find in the business. Give them a call, 740-373-7969. Kettle One Teamwear, proud sponsor of our Player of the Game in tonight's contest.
Well, if you're Warren, you're hoping you can get a little momentum going into the half.
And the kickoff will come down into the hands of Bowers at about the 23-yard line, and he's going to be barreled underneath right there.
Yeah.
Actually, check that. Landon Fairbanks on the return.
Yeah, had some problems hauling in that kick, and the good news is he was able to come down on it, but bad news is he wasn't able to advance it really at all.
3 minutes, 57 seconds to go here in the first half. Fort Frye leading 14-0. Warren has the ball 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line.
Fort Frye's defense tonight has been very, very good. They have bottled up Warren's run game almost entirely.
So now we'll see Trent Taylor with a back beside him and behind him. And the handoff will go to Williams. He's going to push his way forward out to about the 25-yard line. A gain of 2. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 8. And if you're Warren here, you still just have to be patient and stick to your game plan. You're only down 2 scores at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's certainly not an insurmountable.
Correct. And they will receive in the second half, so
if they happen to put something together here in this last 3.5 minutes.
Carry some momentum into the half. Get yourself right back into this ball game.
It'll be 2nd down and 8 from their own 25-yard line. Taylor in the pistol takes the snap and will hand the ball off to Williams once again, and he'll get maybe a couple more yards out to about the 27-yard line, where it'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Clock turning as we go under the 3-minute mark here in the first half. 14-0 in favor of Fort Frye.
That Fort Frye defensive line tonight has so far put their candidacy in for 4 player of the game shirts, I would say, Andy. They have been just extraordinary so far in bottling up what Jason Williams can do.
It's 3rd down and 6 now, and Taylor will send a man in motion. He's going to look to throw and throw out across, and there's a throw and a catch wide open out at the 40-yard line is Trenton Fox. And that's enough for a first down at the 40-yard line, a gain of
about 14 yards,
13 or 14 yards, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And a first down for the Warriors at the Fort Frye 40-yard line.
Haven't called Mr. Fox's name a whole lot this year, but glad to see him making a big catch for the Warriors.
First down and throw and a catch for Dennis Petty out at the 47-yard line. Petty kind of bobbled it for a little bit, but came down with it, and a gain of 7 there for the Warriors' big tight end.
Yeah, he had some really nice plays last week. He was very crucial in that when you might think he was, kind of a side, piece to the running game, but he was huge in the passing game and also defensively.
So it'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Warriors. Taylor back to throw once again and throws a little too high and incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd down and about 3 with 1:28 to go in the half.
Warriors certainly looking to air the ball out a little bit more this drive. Can't say that I blame them. That's probably a good idea when the Cadets have been so good at stopping the run so far.
So 3rd down and about 3 for the Warriors here. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. And now a whistle and a timeout is going to be called by the Warriors as well. 1:28 to go in the first half. It's Fort Frye 14, Warren nothing. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
Hickory Grove Country Market is more than meets the eye. On the outside, it appears to be your typical gas station, selling all grades of gasoline, including diesel. But step inside and you find a convenience store, full grocery store, and a deli and pizza counter. Grab-and-go sandwiches, salads, and pizza are made fresh daily. Whether you need a fill-up at the pump, grab a quick meal, or need to stock the kitchen pantry, stop into Hickory Grove Country Market, located on 339 in Vincent, and see what it has to offer you and your family.
The Frye Dental Group offers CRAC Technology, a state-of-the-art process that makes crowns, onlays, and inlays out of solid porcelain in about 10 to 12 minutes. No second appointment, no impressions or temporaries, and the cost is less than conventional crowns. Dr. Brett Frye, Dr. Elena Perry, and Dr. Derek Howe, specializing in comfortable family dentistry, teeth whitening, lumineers, and cosmetic improvements. The Frye Dental Group, a Delta Dental, PPO, and Premier Network provider offering 20 to 25% savings to participants. Call 740-374-0123.
And we welcome you back to Cadet Field. Andy Rex along with Shawn Jones out of the timeout by Coach Matt Kimes. It's 3rd down and 3 for the Warren Warriors with 1:28 to go here in the first half. Taylor sends 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right, and he's going to keep it himself, and he's not going to get anywhere, and a flag is going to come in. The ball came loose, in fact, and recovered by the Fort Frye Cadets. And that must have been the orange bean bag that came in instead of the yellow penalty flag.
I think you're right. It can be hard to tell those two apart from time to time. Yeah, what a massive hit that was that Taylor took. I didn't see quite who made it, but wow.
So Fort Frye will take over 1st and 10 with 1:21 to go. Ball is at the Warren 47-yard line. Ellis is back to throw on 1st down, looking. He's going to roll out to his left, and then he has a receiver inside the 50 and hit hard inside the 45-yard line is Austin Powell. It's a gain of 6 on the play. It'll bring up second down and 4.
Was inbounds, though. I thought maybe he was going to try to get to the sideline.
So second down and 4. Ellis back to throw. He's going to roll out to his right, has a receiver, and falling down there once again. It's complete to Powell once again. He's going to be short of the first down. It'll be third down and about 1 with under 45 seconds to go in the half. Third down and 1 here.
Cadets still have a timeout, not wanting to use it here.
And Ellis will keep it himself, and he has some running room inside the 35, pushes his way forward inside the 30, down to about to the 29-yard line. And now a whistle, and Coach Eric Huck will take his final timeout of the first half with 21 seconds to go in the half. We'll take it with him. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
It's the kickoff sales event at Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos in Williamstown. With our huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Score big with a deal to fit your payment or budget. Plus, we desperately need pre-owned vehicles, so we're willing to pay over book value for trade-ins, just like yours. Bring your current credit information for guaranteed finance options and your best deal. Regardless of credit history, Pioneer can help you get the car you deserve. Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos in Williamstown, West Virginia, or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CD for details.
Out of the timeout, Ellis is back to throw, looking, and he's going to dump it over, and is going to be incomplete, but a penalty flag comes back in all the way back at about the Warren 39-yard line.
It's going to be a hold.
Indeed it is. So they're going to mark that ball back from the spot of the foul.
Looks like they're marking it from the 36.
And they're going to go back all the way back to the 39-yard line, mark it from the spot of the foul, so take the ball back to the 40, from the 39 back to the 49-yard line. So it's first down for the Cadets, but it's going to be first down and 30 with 14 seconds to go in the half.
Well, at this point, you're, pretty much going for all or nothing, right?
And Ellis is back to throw and looking, and now he's going to take off with it inside the 45. He's going to be shoved out of bounds at the 44-yard line with 7 seconds to go in the half.
Well, one chance here, I suppose, if you want to give it a heave to the end zone.
So with 7 seconds to go, we've got 4 Warren defenders backed up there between the 20 and the 15-yard line. Ellis from the shotgun is going to hand the ball off to, and around the corner is Powell, 35, and he's going to be knocked down there at about the 33-yard line, and that is going to be the end of the first half. I think the clock didn't start for a while because that play certainly took longer than 2 seconds.
Definitely.
So, and then, so let's sort out the situation here because that play certainly took longer than 2 seconds to run. And that is going to be the end of the first half.
Yeah, I think I thought that was how things were going to go there. No first down.
So we've played 24 minutes of football here at Cadet Field in Beverly, and at the halftime intermission, it is Fort Frye 14 and Warren nothing. We'll be back to recap the scoring and have our halftime festivities. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
You keep up with your kids' doctor's visits, but what about your own? If you've delayed your annual checkup or just need a change, now is the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care. Now open in its newest location at Harbor Point in Williamstown. The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients, and it's just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cabin Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
Not all cabinets are created equal. With Rouse Cabinets, you get a better value with expert craftsmanship at an affordable price. This isn't particle board you'll see in the big box stores. This is true quality custom cabinetry for your kitchen, bathroom, home office, living room, and much more at competitive prices, fully installed. Better value, better cabinets. Rouse Cabinets, State Route 550 in Fleming. Call for a free estimate, 678-2211. Online at RAUCHSCabinetsLLC.com.
Hickory Grove Country Market is more than meets the eye. On the outside, it appears to be your typical gas station, selling all grades of gasoline, including diesel. But step inside and you find a convenience store, full grocery store, and a deli and pizza counter. Grab-and-go sandwiches, salads, and pizza are made fresh daily. Whether you need a fill-up at the pump, grab a quick meal, or need to stock the kitchen pantry, stop into Hickory Grove Country Market, located on 339 in Vincent, and see what it has to offer you and your family.
And we welcome you back to Cadet Field here in Beverly. Halftime between the homestanding Fort Frye Cadets coming in at 4-0 and the Warren Warriors coming in at 2-2 on the season. At the halftime break, Shawn Jones, it's 14-0 in favor of the Fort Frye Cadets and a couple of scores for Mason Long.
Yeah, 2 rushing touchdowns and 2 10-point after attempts, and that's where we're at right now on the scoreboard. The Fort Frye Cadets had the ball much of the first half. A big running team as we expected, and 79 yards on 13 carries for Mason Long. He is pacing the defense or the offense so far. 7 carries, 43 yards right now for Owen Brown. Ian Ellis through the air. Right now, unofficially, I have him 5 of 8 for 59. The big strike, obviously, his first pass of the game to Clayton Miller, got things rolling tonight for the Fort Frye offense. On the other side, the Warren Warriors have been held to not much on the ground. Through the air, I've got 42 yards of offense on, looks like 5 of 8 passing tonight for Taylor. 4 of 8 for 42 yards unofficially. So Warren Warriors need to find some offense after the break.
That is certainly something that you're going to be looking for here in the second half from the Warren Warriors. They will get the football to start the second half. Mm-hmm. So if they can put together a drive right out of the gate and happen to score and cut this to a 1-touchdown game.
Right.
Right.
Crazier things have happened.
Stranger things have happened, and a lot of times, as they say, for a team that's an underdog, the longer you keep them in, let them stay in the game, the more confidence they'll build.
Exactly, and I do feel like, despite a couple of turnovers, they did notice a few things, I think, that worked. I think Fort Frye is obviously shut down the running game to the point where they're going to need to go to the air, at least to the point where they have to, to make some room for that running game and the offensive attack. So far, Fort Frye's defense tonight has really been the star of the first half.
Halftime here at Cadet Field in Beverly. It's the Fort Frye Cadets 14, the Warren Warriors nothing. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it'll be Skip Mossick and the Tonight in Ohio High School Football Halftime Show. You're listening to High School Football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
Chances are the last place someone would think of visiting when they have a snoring problem is the dentist. Things are a whole lot different at Frye Dental Group. Whereas it used to be a trip to the dentist was to get your teeth cleaned or make a bad tooth feel better, but with advanced dentistry, you'll find more solutions than you might think. At Frye Dental Group, they can provide an appliance that helps stop or reduce snoring episodes for sleep apnea patients. Find out more by scheduling a consultation with Dr. Brett Frye, Dr. Elena Perry, or Dr. Derek Howe. Frye Dental Group, 1309 Green Street, Marietta, and at fryedental.com.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
My name is Brian Richardson. I'm the medical director of the emergency department here at Camden Clark. I was literally the first person in Wood County to jump in front of that line and take the vaccine. This is not something I would recommend for anyone else if I was not willing to do it for the people that I love the most. And I think that holds a stronger sense of how I feel about it than any study or numbers that I could give you. So if I could appeal to the public about the safety and efficacy of this, I'll just say one thing. This is what I advocate for myself and the people I love the most.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tonight in High School Football's halftime report. It's hard to believe that after this evening, we'll already hit the midway point of this season. We'll discuss what's coming as we look ahead to the expanded playoffs this year with Doug Ute, Executive Director of the OHSAA. Doug joins us next on the Ohio News Network.
Farmers at heart. At Beck's, that's who we are. For over 100 years, the Beck family has lived and farmed in central Indiana. Today, we're proud to serve a dedicated community of farmers in Ohio. To us, helping farmers succeed means so much more than just being a great seed supplier. Our family of employees and dealers are committed to helping farmers seek new challenges, push boundaries, and innovate in an ever-changing industry. That's what makes Beck's different. We love what we do. We are and will remain farmers at heart.
I'm Scott Demaro, president of the Ohio Education Association. I'm proud to bring you tonight's game on behalf of OEA's 123,000 members. We teach in the public schools and state universities. We drive your kids to school, serve them lunch, and keep our schools clean and safe. We also coach the teams on the field. We're committed to making sure every student has the opportunity to experience the joy of learning and to succeed, regardless of where they live or their family's income. We believe in great public schools for all students.
Not all cabinets are created equal. With Rouse Cabinets, you get a better value with expert craftsmanship at an affordable price. This isn't particle board you'll see in the big box stores. This is true quality custom cabinetry for your kitchen, bathroom, home office, living room, and much more at competitive prices, fully installed. Better value, better cabinets. Rouse Cabinets, State Route 550 in Fleming. Call for a free estimate, 678-2211. Online at RAUCHSCabinetsLLC.com.
Hey, it's Tony at the Citizens Bank Company. The process of obtaining a loan can sometimes seem daunting. Let us take the worry out of this process and replace it with the loans that will get you the keys to that car, take you on a much-needed vacation, or secure the house you've been wanting. We're here to help you find the best loan to make life happen. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations or visit us online at thecitizens.com. We are here for what matters most. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
Welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game. We're joined this evening by Doug Utes, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Doug, thanks for your time. Let's start with the expanded playoffs in football. Despite what may have been the original intent, with the number of games we've seen canceled due to COVID concerns in various areas of the state, is it even better that this was implemented as to not penalize schools that had games canceled?
Yeah, we're excited to involve more student athletes and schools and communities in our football this fall. And so, and again, we'll operate, because I spoke with one school today that's 3-0 and had a game canceled. And so, if they would happen to lose week 1 of football or whatever, then they can schedule that regular season game after that. Another one if they want to. So, it's that worked well last fall, and lessons learned from COVID and those type of things. So we're excited about the fall.
Yeah, and aside from that, a few weeks back, you reduced the minimum number of games that teams needed to have played to qualify for the postseason. I guess take us through that process.
Yeah, there are some schools that have great programs that's difficult to schedule a game, so might not have had, because of COVID, somebody traveling from outside the state that they normally would play, those type of things. And some things just out of their control, where, somebody cancels, their opponent cancels, and those things. And so, we just wanted to make sure that everybody had an opportunity to be in the playoffs, and lowered that from 8 games to 5 games. And we think that'll work out well.
Doug, we can obviously see the COVID numbers on the rise in various parts of the state. Let me ask you about, moving forward to indoor sports, like volleyball, and into the winter sports with hoops, wrestling, gymnastics, et cetera, as far as things that you might have to implement based on what you did last year, being able just to pull this stuff off.
Yeah, Skip, it comes down to, local health departments and local school districts. And again, just like last year, my suggestion to superintendent, principals, and ADs were, if things would continue to go south this year, my suggestion is always to go in your gym and say, hey, how many people can we fit in here and feel comfortable about the safety of everybody? And so, I think our schools did a fantastic job with that last year. And depending on if things continue to go further south, if that's what they feel, with their local health department, then they have the experience of doing that before.
Doug, I have to ask you about the whole Bishop Sycamore fiasco from a few weeks back. I mean, how much time was taken up by you and your staff having to address and answer questions about a non-member school, if you can even call it a school?
Yeah, again, school would, I don't know if you should even call it a school, but the opportunity there, and with it not being a member school, and I think the majority of people understood that once it got out, that they're not a member school, and our member schools, we don't control who they play to that degree, and so certainly. An unfortunate situation, and I appreciate anybody trying to help out troubled kids and give them a last chance or anything that way. But if you really want to help kids out, and that education piece has to be in there.
Doug, last thing for you. We've seen the whole name, image, and likeness stuff come into play in college athletics. I know the OHSAA has said no in regards to high school athletes. I guess my question is, what kind of monitoring is there, or is there any, if something like this, say, should pop up in the recruiting process of a high school athlete in regards to just eligibility?
Yeah, you certainly, we're getting some folks together and having those initial conversations about, because any state is just a LeBron James away from this being challenged, at the high school level.
Sure.
And so, with our bylaws now, certainly does not allow for that. we don't want to get in a situation that we create that, and then we're creating recruiting and transfer situations that just get out of hand. And so, we're going to have those conversations and learn from what's going on in colleges and maybe some other states that are doing some things. And we don't have any intention right now of moving the needle too far, but I'm not ruling out that it wouldn't move a little bit.
Doug Ute, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. We appreciate your time. You stay safe, okay?
Yeah, I will, Skip, and thanks for having me on, and appreciate your coverage of high school sports. It's much appreciated.
And we'll be right back on the Ohio News Network.
Bex recognizes this week's player with heart, Peyton Weiler from Tays Valley High School, for his commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
I mean, it's a small town. Everybody loves football. Everybody's always there. I can go out with my best friends and just have fun.
Peyton loves football and school. In fact, he's getting above a 4.0 GPA. He's involved in FFA and National Honor Society, but this senior is already working toward his future in firefighting.
I get out at 10:50 every day, and I go to the firehouse, and we'll train, do all that stuff, go through Fire 1 and 2, and by the end of the year, I should have my fire card. Great opportunity. I mean, it's just like playing football. Everybody's told me that. It's just like a team. It's just awesome.
But don't worry, his future is in fire and farming.
I've grown up on the farm all my life. I live on a farm. I'm a fourth-generation farmer. Farmer support everywhere, and sometimes I don't think people know that.
At Bex, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
It's the kickoff sales event at Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos in Williamstown. With our huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Score big with a deal to fit your payment or budget. Plus, we desperately need pre-owned vehicles, so we're willing to pay over book value for trade-ins, just like yours. Bring your current credit information for guaranteed finance options and your best deal. Regardless of credit history, Pioneer can help you get the car you deserve. Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos in Williamstown, West Virginia, or pioneerfamilyauto.com. Let's qualify CD for details.
At Staley Countryside Meat Company, we approach each processing order with individual care and attention. We take special pride in our work to make sure you are satisfied with the meat product that ends up on your kitchen table. Call Staley Countryside Meat Company today at 740-989-2076 to schedule your meat processing needs. We also do our best to accommodate special requests from cutting to wrapping. Staley Countryside Meat Company, we're a cut above the rest.
Welcome to the Frye Dental Group, where total smile care begins with a comprehensive approach to oral health and ends with a beautiful, memorable smile. Dr. Brett Frye, Dr. Elena Perry, and Dr. Derek Howe continue to pursue the latest professional education and excellence to ensure you receive the best dentistry available. From repairing damaged teeth to same-day crowns, sleep apnea solutions, and complete smile makeovers, the focus at Frye Dental Group is to deliver the most advanced professional care available. Learn more at fryedental.com and at 1309 Green Street in Marietta.
This is ONN.
All right, thanks once again to OHSAA Executive Director Doug Ute for joining us this evening. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football, presented by Bex Hybrids from the Ohio News Network.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
My name is Dr. Walter Kerschel. I'm the Chief Medical Officer at Camden Clark Medical Center in Parkersburg. Everyone in our community needs to get vaccinated. We've developed good vaccinations. We know that they're safe, they're effective, and they do prevent hospitalization and reduce the risk of dying from this virus. We've got to increase the vaccination rates, and it's the one way that we can help, again, protect ourselves, protect our families, and protect our community.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cabin Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
And we welcome you back to Cadet Field here at Fort Frye High School. Andy Rex along with Shawn Jones. Halftime festivities winding down as both teams about back out on the field to do their second half warm-ups before we get underway in the second half. And Fort Frye leading Warren 14-0 at the break, Shawn Jones.
Yeah, so far the Warren Warriors have been shut down by the Cadets defense, and what a job they have done on that side of the ball. I feel like a few mental miscues earlier probably cost the Cadets a chance to maybe be up another touchdown. So far tonight, you got to give it up to the Cadets running game. Mason Long so far, his 2 touchdowns, the deciding factors in this game, and I gotta say, if I'm Warren, I really want to find something coming out of the locker room, other than a few short yardage passes to move the ball down the field at the end of the second quarter. They didn't have a whole lot of offense happening, since really the first quarter. So hopefully, if you're a Warren fan, they can find something out for you. Otherwise, this Cadets defense has just been dominating against the combination of Williams and Bowers out of the backfield. So it will be Warren ball to kick things off. So let's see what adjustments that Warriors might have. Looks like we still got a couple of minutes left here, and it's still pretty muggy in Beverly.
Certainly is the case there. Let's take a look at some other scores around the area. In the third quarter down at Don Drum Stadium in Marietta, the Tigers are leading the Ripley Vikings 28-7. Athens on top of Vinton County is Warren's next opponent next week. Athens leading the Vinton County Vikings 21-18. Trimble, the Fort Frye Cadets' next opponent, trailing John Marshall in the second quarter, 17-14. Halftime in Somerset, the Sheridan Generals leading the Morgan Raiders, 21-14. Southern leading Belpre in the second quarter, 32-20. Late second quarter as well. Parkersburg on top of Parkersburg South, 7-0. Ritchie County leading St. Mary's, 20-0 at the break. Union Local on top of Shenandoah, 20-14, and then River leading Barnesville, 21-20 at halftime. And also out of the state of West Virginia, Gilmer County leading Wahama, 27-14 at halftime. Caldwell, that high-flying offense now leading Eastern, 21-7 in the third quarter. And also out of the MVL, Philo leading Crooksville, 45-0 at halftime. And then one other one we have here, a couple other ones out of the MVL. Riverview leading Meadowbrook 22-20 at halftime. Maysville on top of West Muskingum 10-0 at halftime. And Wellston leading Alexander 20-7 at halftime. Nelsonville York leading Oak Hill 29-0 at halftime. And Meigs leading in River Valley 21-6 at the halftime intermission as well. We are just about set to get things underway here in the third quarter. Again, it'll be Warren football to start the second half. And ready to put in foot into it, and is going to be received at the 21-yard line by Fairbanks. He's going to push his way out across the 30, out to near the 35-yard line. Does Landon Fairbanks. So they'll start 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Looking to get something going here to start the second half.
Yeah, you got to try to find something here. So far, the Cadets are just not going to give up anything on the run, and every time that Jason Williams has touched the ball, he's had Cadets surrounding him almost immediately. So it's going to be up to Coach Kimes to try to find an alternate route into the end zone, I should say.
So first down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 35-yard line. They'll have two receivers out to the left, one to the right. Sends a man in motion and fakes the handoff and will roll out to his left and look to throw and finds Petty at the 35, breaks a tackle, 40. Petty barrels into a Fort Frye defender out near the 45-yard line. A gain of 9 on the pitch and catch from Taylor to Dennis Petty.
Petty's second reception, and was able to bring that catch in, maintain his balance, and then before he went down, he wanted to make sure he left someone with a bruise on the way to the ground.
So the gain of 9 will bring up second down and 1 for the Warriors at the Fort Frye 44-yard line. One receiver out to each side now for Taylor, who's going to fake the handoff and look to throw once again, and throws across the middle, and it ends up behind the intended receiver, Hunter Grimm.
And we've seen him go to the air twice now, coming out of the locker room. So 3rd and 1, you'd have to believe here they really want to run this one, whether or not they keep it on the ground or maybe try to fool the Cadets defense into luring them into thinking a run's coming.
Two receivers out to the right, and the handoff is going to go to Williams, and he's not going to get anywhere.
No, he's going to go back about 2 yards.
And it'll bring up 4th down, and it looks like the Warriors will punt the football away here.
Warriors' defensive line tonight has just been outstanding.
So now we see Dusky and Long back to receive the punt, and now a penalty flag is going to be come in from the back judge. And actually, Fort Frye takes a timeout, is what the situation is. So with 10 minutes, 29 seconds to go here in the third quarter, it's Fort Frye 14, Warren nothing. You're listening to high school football on ESPN Radio and Jaws Country.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
Not all cabinets are created equal. With Rouse Cabinets, you get a better value with expert craftsmanship at an affordable price. This isn't particle board you'll see in the big box stores. This is true quality custom cabinetry for your kitchen, bathroom, home office, living room, and much more at competitive prices, fully installed. Better value, better cabinets. Rouse Cabinets, State Route 550 in Fleming. Call for a free estimate, 678-2211. Online at RAUCHSCabinetsLLC.com.
The punt will be picked up by Mason Long at about the 27-yard line. He's out across the 40 into Warren territory, across the 50 and down to about the 42-yard line. Another great return by Mason Long.
Good field position yet again for the Cadets offense, and that kick was a screaming line drive. I'm not sure how it didn't hit anyone there at the line of scrimmage. It did not get more than, maybe 8 or 9 feet off the ground, I would say, tops.
So first down and 10, and the handoff for the Cadets will go on that little trap to Austin Powell on the carry. And he'll get inside the 40 down to about the 38-yard line.
The second carry of the game.
Second down and about 5. Handoff this time will go to Long. He'll get tripped up inside the 35, down at about the 32-yard line. That's going to be enough for the first down for Mason Long.
About the 31-yard line will be first down Cadets.
And the Cadets proving why they're such a tough team. Both sides of the ball tonight.
First down and 10 for the Cadets. Ball is at the Warren 32-yard line. This time the handoff is going to go to Powell once again. He cuts inside the 30, inside the 25-yard line.
Nice run by Powell.
It's going to be a gain of about 8 on the run for Powell. He'll bring up second down and 2.
Cadets marching it right down the field here on their first possession of the third quarter.
Clock turning, under 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Fort Frye leading 14-0. Ellis under center, tight formation. He's going to fake the handoff and look to throw and look over the middle, and he has a receiver. It's Long inside the 5, and he's run out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
Long was wide open. Going to go down as a gain of 18.
And it'll be first down and goal for the Cadets inside the Warren 5-yard line.
Ellis has had a nice night throwing the ball around as well this evening.
Sends a man in motion. Will hand the ball off to Powell, and Powell scoots his way into the end zone for the Cadet touchdown.
Well, the Cadets firmly in control of this one, as if there was much doubt before this drive, but Cadets on the ground. And Austin Powell finishing that one off. First touchdown of the night.
And now the Cadets with a little trickeration on the extra point attempt, and that really pretty much didn't do anything. So now with 8 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the third quarter, it's Fort Frye 20, Warren nothing. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
At Staley Countryside Meat Company, we approach each processing order with individual care and attention. We take special pride in our work to make sure you are satisfied with the meat product that ends up on your kitchen table. Call Staley Countryside Meat Company today at 740-989-2076 to schedule your meat processing needs. We also do our best to accommodate special requests from cutting to wrapping. Staley Countryside Meat Company, we're a cut above the rest.
Good things come to those who wait, except when it comes to your health. If you've delayed your annual checkup or are looking for a change, now's the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care, now open in the newest location at Harbor Point, Williamstown. The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients and just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care in Williamstown.
And we welcome you back to Cadet Field. Andy Rex along with Shawn Jones, a 4-yard touchdown run from Austin Powell. The extra point was no good, and Fort Frye now leads it 20-0. And Tennant will put a foot into it. It's going to be a pop-up kick. It's going to be picked up at about the 25-yard line and out to about the 29, maybe the 30-yard line on the return for the Warren Warriors. Where they will start first down and 10.
Really nice, methodical drive down the field by the Cadets last possession. See if the Warriors can find a little bit of something here.
So first down and 10 for the Warren Warriors from their own 30-yard line. Taylor in the shotgun with a receiver back beside him, and a throw is going to be incomplete. intended for
not quite
I believe
sure.
that was Tate, Brody Tate, number 20, that the pass was intended for.
Yeah, couldn't quite haul in the fastball there from Taylor.
Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. And Taylor will go in the pistol formation with 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left, and he's back to throw, looking, throws over the middle, and it is incomplete, intended for Jason Williams. Get another fastball there by Taylor.
Right off the pads. Looked like a pretty good throw. Just receivers not able to come down with that one.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Fort Frye fans still very much into this one, even with their team up 3 scores.
So 3rd down and 10 from the 30-yard line for the Warren Warriors. Taylor with 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left, looking to throw, and he's going to throw over the middle, and there's no one there.
Yeah, it looks like he was hit as he was releasing that ball.
So 3 straight incompletions will bring up a punting situation now for the Warren Warriors. And we will see Long and Dusky back to receive this punt. Caleb Burns back to kick it away. Dusky standing up at about his own 40. And Burns will get a foot into it, and it's going to come down to Long, and he's not going to... He's going to mishandle the return, and there's a flag that comes in on the play as well.
That came from the far side of the field.
Saw the beanbag and the flag both come in at about the same time, so we will see what the penalty is here. It's going to be an illegal block in the back against the Fort Frye Cadets.
Got a cadet down on the field as well here, looking like he's trying to stretch out.
So that'll be a 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. Move the flag all the way back to the 35-yard line. So if that's the point where the infraction occurred, we'll see Fort Frye start at their own 25-yard line. With an injury timeout on the field with 8 minutes and 12 seconds left, and now up underneath his own power, it's Mason Long, the injured cadet, and he's walking off the field underneath his own power. So the penalty is an illegal block in the back against the Fort Frye Cadets.
Certainly hope it's nothing more serious than maybe just a little cramping issue on a muggy night for the senior.
So 1st down and 10 for the Fort Frye Cadets from their own 25-yard line with 8 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Cadets leading this one 20-0. Don't forget a reminder that following the game, Shawn and I will choose the Kettle One Teamwear Player of the Game. Kettle One Teamwear for spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, heat press services, and so much more on Green Street in Marietta. Give them a call, 740-373-7969. A penalty flag stops the play here for a false start against the Fort Frye Cadets.
That's at least a handful of false start flags against the Cadets' success this evening.
So when you're Coach Eric Huck and you're looking at the game film to look back at this one, you're going to see that.
Certainly things to improve on.
Yes.
Certainly.
1st down and 15 for the Cadets. Ball back at their own 20-yard line. Ellis will fake. Take a handoff. Ball is on the ground, and it looks like Fort Frye has fallen on the football back at the 15-yard line. I think maybe that was Dakota Snodgrass who was able to fall on the football for the Cadets.
It's like maybe a ball just squirted loose during a handoff. Either way, a transition gone awry, and
either way, it's a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 20 now for the Cadets. They'll send a man in motion, and handoff goes on to Powell. He'll get out across the 15, out to maybe the 18-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd down and a bunch.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Cadets didn't just keep this clock running here.
And now we have a stoppage of play. Did not see what... But we have an official's timeout, so they're going to stop it and send everybody to their sidelines for a moment. So we'll take a timeout with them. 7 minutes, 1 second to go here in the third quarter. Fort Frye 20, Warren nothing. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
It's the kickoff sales event at Pioneer Family Auto in Marietta. Kick off the season in one of over 700 new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Ford, Lincoln, or pre-owned vehicles. Score big deals like 0% financing up to 72 months or no payments until November. We need trade-ins, so we're willing to pay over book value for vehicles like yours. And regardless of credit history, Pioneer can help you get the car you deserve. Kick off your deal at Pioneer Chevrolet, Pioneer Buick GMC, and Family Ford in Marietta, or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CDW details.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
Out of the stoppage of play, Ellis under center. He's going to take the snap, roll out to his right, finds a receiver out about the 22-3-yard line. That's Clayton Miller. He's going to be tackled at about the 25-yard line. It's going to be well short of the first down. It'll bring up 4th down and 10 for the Cadets.
Yeah, Cadets going to have to punt this one away after going backwards a couple of plays consecutively to kick off that drive.
And gets a foot into it. It's going to bounce at about the 45-yard line and roll inside the 35 to about the 34, where the Cadets will down the football there, and Warren will take over 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
Pretty nice night for the Cadets in terms of their punting game. Every time they've been called upon, the punt units came on and done the job well. First 2 punts nearly pitted the Warriors inside their own 5-yard line, but were it not for an inopportune bounce.
So 1st down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 34-yard line. 5 minutes, 56 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Fort Frye leads this one 20-0. And Taylor will hand the ball off to Bowers. He's going to look to find a hole, and he's not going to find one.
It is not a good night if you're a Warren running back, because you've been just shut down repeatedly by this front 4 of the Cadets.
So the loss of 2 will bring up 2nd down and 12 now for the Warriors from the Fort Frye, or from their own 32-yard line. Taylor's going to fake and roll out to his left, takes a hit, and the ball is intercepted. Picked off there by the Fort Frye Cadets. That is Ethan Dusky with the interception, and he'll return the ball back inside the 35 down to about the 31-yard line.
Hit as he was throwing, and that pass, the first one of the night that the Cadets have been able to come up with an interception on.
I believe the second turnover of the evening for the Warriors.
Third, as a matter of fact. A couple of fumbles, and then an interception now. And turn it over twice in the second quarter.
So it'll be Cadet ball, first down and 10 from the Warren 31-yard line. They lead 20-0 with 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Ellis back to throw, looking. He's going to look for it all, and he has a receiver there inside the 5 and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Quentin Huck, the senior, a 31-yard touchdown strike. And the Cadets starting to well and truly run away with this one. Big tight end with a 31-yard reception to put Cadets up 26-zip.
And now we will see the Cadets on to attempt the extra point. And the snap is bad, and now we're going to look, and he's going to look to throw it back across his body, and it's going to fall incomplete. And so the 2-point conversion fails on that one. So with 5 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in the third quarter, your new score is Fort Frye 26, Warren nothing. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
Not all cabinets are created equal. With Rouse Cabinets, you get a better value with expert craftsmanship at an affordable price. This isn't particle board you'll see in the big box stores. This is true quality custom cabinetry for your kitchen, bathroom, home office, living room, and much more at competitive prices, fully installed. Better value, better cabinets. Rouse Cabinets, State Route 550 in Fleming. Call for a free estimate, 678-2211. Online at RAUCHSCabinetsLLC.com.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
A 31-yard touchdown pass from Ian Ellis to Quentin Huck. Puts another 6 on the board for the Fort Frye Cadets, and they lead 26-0. And into it, and back at the 15-yard line is Fairbanks to return the kickoff, and he'll get out about to the 25-yard line.
Well, the Cadets well on their way to win number 36 consecutively.
I believe so. Warren takes over 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line.
Taylor picked off on their last possession of this one, and you know, down this much, you got to do something, so I don't mind him taking some chances. This is a young Warren team, so experience certainly is worth a whole lot.
And the handoff will go right to Jason Williams out across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play for Williams.
He hasn't had a whole lot of successful carries tonight. Eight attempts, and he's still in single digits by my count.
Bring up 2nd down and 7, and Williams gets the pitch, and he's runs into and goes down. And he was actually down. Ball came loose, but it was after the fact.
What a massive hit. Cadets' defense has been incredibly impressive.
Ball out at the 28-yard line, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Warriors, who trail 26-0 as we roll inside the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Taylor back to throw, sets up the screen to Williams, and he's going to break a tackle and has some running room out to about the 40-yard line, and that's about the most open space Jason Williams has had all night.
Yeah, I think he found himself a bit surprised that he didn't have 3 red jerseys all the way around him, and he's able to haul in that one, his first reception of the night.
For about 12 yards and a first down for the Warren Warriors at their own 40-yard line.
Early on in the first quarter, they had a couple of screen plays that were set up nicely, and Williams just wasn't able to haul in the passing portion of the play.
So first down and 10 now for the Warren Warriors from their own 40-yard line. Taylor is back to throw, looks, he's going to roll out to his right. Now he's got some running room, and then it's quickly bottled up, but he runs into a couple of defenders and pushes his way forward out near the 45-yard line. So a nice job there by Trent Taylor of making something out of nothing.
Yep. And when you're 6'5", just kind of leaning forward, going down, you're going to get a yard or two most of the time, and comes up with nearly 5.
Give him a gain of 4 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6. As we approach 2.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter, Fort Frye leading 26-0 over Warren. Taylor will hand the ball off to Williams. Now he's going to pick his way forward, and actually that's Bowers on the carry, out to about the 48-yard line. So it's going to be a little bit short of the first down. 3rd down and about 2 coming up. Both teams will hit the road again next week. Warren making a rather long road trip over to Vinton County to take on the Vikings. Fort Frye will head to Gloucester to take on the Trimble Tomcats. 3rd down and 2 now for the Warren Warriors, and they did not get the playoff in time. And are actually going to get the timeout prior to the penalty flag being thrown. So with 1:42 to go here in the third quarter, it's Fort Frye 26, Warren nothing. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
Hi, it's Robin from the Citizens Bank Company. There are many ways to save money at the bank. If you are 55 years of age or older, take advantage of no minimum balance and no monthly maintenance fees on our Prestige 55 checking account. You will get your first 2 boxes of checks for free. We are here for what matters. For over 150 years, we have been providing first-class service on a first-name basis. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations, or for more information, visit us online at thecitizens.com. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
So out of the timeout, it's 3rd down and 2 for the Warren Warriors from their own 48-yard line. They'll break the huddle with 2 receivers out wide to the left and Taylor in the pistol, and will hand the ball off to Williams. He's got some running room. He's got a first down. He's on his horse. Williams inside the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Jason Williams, 52 yards.
Well, there's a highlight. Jason Williams. Hey, it's not been a great night if you're a Warrior, but there's a big ray of sunshine and a 52-yard rushing touchdown for Williams. You did have the feeling, or at least I did, that at some point he's going to get free, and he is so fast, so hard to run down in the open field.
And on to attempt the extra point, up and good. Is Sam Purdue with the extra point. And so with a minute and 33 seconds to go here in the third quarter, it is now Fort Frye 26, Warren 7. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
It's the kickoff sales event going on now at Pioneer Family Auto in Parkersburg. Kick off this season in one of over 700 new Honda, Volkswagen, Mazda, or pre-owned vehicles. Score big dealer discounts along with incentives like 0% financing or no payments until November. Plus, get overbook value for trade-ins and vehicles just like yours. Just bring your current credit information for guaranteed finance options and your best deal. Kick off the season's deals at Pioneer Honda, VW, Mazda of Parkersburg or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CDW for details.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
So Jason Williams with a 52-yard touchdown run. The extra point is good, and it's now 26-7 in favor of the Fort Frye Cadets. And Shawn Jones, after a lot of a feeling out process, you might call it in the first half, some points have been put on the board here in the third quarter.
Yeah, there we go. The big play threat from the Warren offense is always there when you have a couple of kids who, like Williams and Bowers, who are able to break a big one. So another highlight in the sophomore season of Jason Williams. And now we are just awaiting a football here.
And Sam Purdue set to kick the football off, and got Mason Long and Austin Powell and Ethan Dusky back to receive the kick from Purdue, who has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Purdue will put his foot into it, and it's going to come down at about the 23-yard line in the hands of Powell. He's out across the 30, Powell to the 35, and out near the 40-yard line. On the return by Powell, and a late flag comes in behind the play.
Yeah, an incredibly late flag. Not sure what we have here.
Return was fouled from the 38-yard line.
So the penalty is going to be a hold against the Fort Frye Cadets, and that's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the end of the play because the hold occurred downfield. So you mark it back 10 from the end of the play, and Fort Frye will take over 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, if you're looking for something, looking for areas of improvement for this Cadets team, certainly cleaning up some of the laundry is on the to-do list for Coach Huck this week, you'd have to imagine.
Say that's at least 7 or 8 penalties in the game against Fort Frye.
I think we're in double digits, to be honest with you.
And the handoff is going to go to Mason Long. He's going to push his way forward out across the 35, still on his feet out near to the 40-yard line. And a nice little scamper there by Mason Long. And a gain of 12 yards and a first down for the Cadets.
Nice to see Long back in the game. He took a hit there, was shaken up, but looks like might have even just been cramping earlier, but limped off, and he's nearing 100 yards on the ground tonight. Of course, he had the first 2 Cadets touchdowns.
First down and 10 for the Cadets with a minute to go here in the third quarter. And The handoff is going to go up the middle this time, out to about the 45-yard line. Is going to be...
It's Elijah Johnson.
Elijah Johnson on the carry. That's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 5 as we approach the 30-second mark of this third quarter.
Johnson is fast. We've seen him a couple of times nearly chase down a punt.
So 2nd down and 5 for the Cadets, and the handoff will go once again. A penalty flag comes in. The carries by Johnson once again, but that penalty comes right into the heart of the offensive line, which is generally a hold.
Yep. Looks like this one's going back. Wow, going to be a costly one, too. Looks like a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, about 2 or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so we're going to mark the ball all the way back at the 33-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 17.
17 seconds left here in quarter number 3.
And the clock is running, and see if Fort Frye gets a play off before the quarter intermission now with 8 and 7, and they're not going to run a play here before the quarter break. So with 3 quarters in the books now from Fort Frye Field in Beverly, it is the Fort Frye Cadets 26, the Warren Warriors 7. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
Dr. Derek Howe of Frye Dental Group is now accepting new patients to dental practice at 1309 Green Street in Marietta. Dr. Derek Howe is a native of Marietta and a graduate of Marietta College and the Ohio State University of Dentistry. Frye Dental Group is where total smile care begins with a comprehensive approach to oral health and ends with a beautiful, memorable smile. Dr. Brett Frye, Dr. Elena Perry, and Dr. Derek Howe now accepting new patients. Frye Dental Group at 1309 Green Street in Marietta. Call 740-374-0123. A Delta Dental PPO and premier network provider.
Hi, it's Robin from the Citizens Bank Company. There are many ways to save money at the bank. If you are 55 years of age or older, take advantage of no minimum balance and no monthly maintenance fees on our Prestige 55 checking account. You will get your first 2 boxes of checks for free. We are here for what matters. For over 150 years, we have been providing first-class service on a first-name basis. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations, or for more information, visit us online at thecitizens.com. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So out of the quarter break, it'll be 2nd down and 17 for the Cadets. Ball at their own 33-yard line. Ellis in the shotgun, and now another pre-snap penalty for a false start against Fort Frye.
Well, as I said, I'm pretty sure now we're easily into double digits in flags.
That's at least probably 6 false starts.
Yikes. Number of holds.
So the penalty will back them up 5 more yards, and now it's 2nd down and 22. Back at the 28-yard line. Ellis with 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left, and the handoff is going to go on the sweep to the left side, and that is going to be Powell out to about the 30, maybe the 31-yard line, give him 3 yards on the carry. But that's still going to be 3rd down and about 18.
Number of 3rd and long scenarios have faced the Cadets tonight. Early on, we were able to see Mason Long pick up a couple of those. At this point, this one's a pretty secure lead for the Cadets at this point of the game, I'd have to imagine, though.
So 3rd down and 18, and Ellis will fake the handoff, roll out to his right. Look, now he's going to look and throws back across his body. Has a receiver out at the 40-yard line and on his feet and giving up some room is Grimm. And actually, it's not Grimm. I should say that's Miller on the reception.
Yeah, picked up. He ran a long way to get
about 6 yards.
Yeah.
So it's fourth down and about 12, and they will punt the football away here with 10.5 minutes to go in the ball game. And a foot into it, and Fairbanks is going to let it bounce, and then he's going to let it roll out of bounds inside the 15 at about the 14-yard line.
Yet another nice kick. I tell you what, he might be in contention for that Kettle One Teamwork Player of the Game.
He has definitely had some good punts tonight.
He has. Clay Gruey, 6'3", 180 sophomore. Cadets defense has been quite smothering all night with the exception of just about one play.
So it'll be first down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 15-yard line. With 10 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the ball game, Fort Frye leading 26-7, and now we have a whistle and a stoppage of play here. Looks like for an equipment issue, and so since they stopped the game for the equipment issue, he's got to go out for a play now.
Yes.
A recent rule change.
Double check all the snaps and buttons.
So first down and 10, a high snap, and the pitch is going to go to Williams, and he's going to find some running room out across the 20, maybe to the 21-yard line. A gain of 6 for Jason Williams. And a stoppage of play for an equipment issue on the part of a Fort Frye player now.
Everybody gets one. One for you, one for you.
So second down and 4 for the Warriors from the 20-yard line. The handoff is going to go to Williams. He's going to try and turn the corner. He's going to get close to the first down, but he's going to be a little bit short, about a yard short of the first down as Jason Williams out to the 24. He needs the 25-yard line. It'll be third down and 1.
Well, as you said, Andy, the Warriors are going to be making a trip to Vinton County next week. Cadets on the road as well, facing Trimble.
It's third down and 1 now for the Warriors, and the handoff is going to go and push forward near the first down marker, and I think Williams is going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Out to the 25-yard line, first down Warriors.
Needed 1, gained 1. Clock will stop briefly as they move these chains.
And then roll again. First down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 26-yard line. And Taylor will go back in the pistol formation with Williams behind him. A sidecar to his right and receivers out to each side. The pitch will go back to Williams. He's going to look to turn the corner, and he's going to lose the football, but it's going to be Johnny on the spot there is Eugene Paul to fall on it for the Warriors.
Recovered for the Warriors, second down.
Yeah, very, very fortunate that Paul is in position to pick up that.
It's going to go in the books as a gain of about 3, and it'll bring up second down and 7.
Paul, a fumble recovery to go along with a sack back in the first quarter. He registered tonight that denied the Cadets on their first possession.
And you know, because we have the Kettle One Teamwork Player of the Game on both sides of the dial, we'll pick one from each team.
We may just have to do that. That's not a bad idea. Incomplete out to that was Trenton Fox,
the intended receiver. So it'll bring up third down and 7.
Fox, a big target, 6'3", 190.
So A receiver out to each side, and Taylor will fake the handoff and look to throw, and he's got a receiver wide open, but throws it just a little too high, intended for Brody Tate.
Yeah, Tate was open, just overthrew his receiver. Good look, but a young team, hey, you're going to have to, these are learning experiences, and it looks like they're just going to keep, well, are they just going to keep the offense on the field? I think they are.
It does look like that with 8 minutes and 1 second to go in the game. And, you know, I mean, if Tate hauls that in, he had some space to run a little bit.
Sure did. And I don't know if they got...
They did get the timeout in time. So with 8 minutes and 1 second to go in the ball game, it's Fort Frye 26, Warren 7. We'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
Hey, it's Tony at the Citizens Bank Company. The process of obtaining a loan can sometimes seem daunting. Let us take the worry out of this process and replace it with the loans that will get you the keys to that car, take you on a much-needed vacation, or secure the house you've been wanting. We're here to help you find the best loan to make life happen. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations or visit us online at thecitizens.com. We are here for what matters most. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hickory Grove Country Market is more than meets the eye. On the outside, it appears to be your typical gas station, selling all grades of gasoline, including diesel. But step inside and you find a convenience store, full grocery store, and a deli and pizza counter. Grab-and-go sandwiches, salads, and pizza are made fresh daily. Whether you need a fill-up at the pump, grab a quick meal, or need to stock the kitchen pantry, stop into Hickory Grove Country Market, located on 339 in Vincent, and see what it has to offer you and your family.
So out of the timeout, it's 4th down and about 7 for the Warriors, and they will go for it here. And back to throw, and a pass is incomplete, and Warren will turn the football over on downs.
Well, under 8 to go now, and I would expect I wouldn't expect the Cadets to throw another pass if they didn't have to.
So after the turnover on downs, Fort Frye will take over 1st and 10 at the Warren 28-yard line. And Ellis will hand the ball off to Long, and he has some running room now. Long inside the 15, down to about the 12-yard line. That's going to be a run of about 17 yards for Mason Long.
Long's floating around 100 yards on the night, and unfortunately believe he's cramping up again.
He's up, walking off underneath his own power, and so
for the Cadets, you certainly don't want to take on any more injuries as you head into Trimble next week.
I would say that you might see that is going to be the end of the night for Mr. Long.
I would have to guess that might be the case. You're already missing 4 starters, if I'm not mistaken, out of the starting lineup tonight. So certainly, if you're a Cadets fan, you don't want to see any more strain put on the bench or on a player to play 2 ways.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Cadets from the Warren 12-yard line with 7:48 to go in the ball game. Ellis sends a man in motion, will hand the ball off, and scooting towards the goal line and not quite getting there, though, is Dakota Snodgrass. He's going to get down to about the 1 yard line, though. So a run of 11 for Snodgrass will bring up first down and goal.
His first touch of the evening. And hey, the Cadets are knocking on the door.
Ball at the 1 yard line. Ellis will send a man in motion, and he will just take the ball himself and power forward into the end zone for the touchdown for the Fort Frye Cadets.
Well, Cadets 7 minutes away from a 5-0 record.
So on to attempt the extra point is Cameron Tennant. And now a whistle and a timeout. They're going to reset the play clock to 25 seconds. And ball is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 7 minutes and 1 second to go in the ball game, your new score is Fort Frye 33, Warren 7. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
The Frye Dental Group offers C-Rack technology, a state-of-the-art process that makes crowns, onlays, and inlays out of solid porcelain in about 10 to 12 minutes. No second appointment, no impressions or temporaries, and the cost is less than conventional crowns. Dr. Brett Frye, Dr. Elena Perry, and Dr. Derek Howe, specializing in comfortable family dentistry, teeth whitening, lumineers, and cosmetic improvements. The Frye Dental Group, a Delta Dental, PPO, and Premier Network provider offering 20 to 25% savings to participants. Call 740-374-0123.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
And we welcome you back to Fort Frye High School, and the kick is going to go back to about the 15-yard line. Fairbanks has it out across the 25, out to about the 27-yard line on the return by Landon Fairbanks.
Certainly it's cooled off a bit now, I can thankfully report. Nice fall evening.
From 81 at kickoff to 72 now.
Take that. Well, the Cadets' defense, really the story of the first half as they amassed a lead, shutting down the Warren Warriors offense. Lone score tonight at Jason Williams. 52-yard touchdown run for the Warriors.
So it'll be Warren football, 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line with 6 minutes, 57 seconds to go in the ball game. And the handoff will go to Williams, and he'll scoot out across the 30 to about the 31-yard line, give him a gain of 3 on the play. We'll bring up 2nd down and 7. With 6.5 minutes to go on a turning fourth quarter clock, Fort Frye in control of this one. They lead 33-7.
Warren not necessarily in too much of a rush to get the ball snapped.
Taylor will look to throw and throws across the middle, and ball is tipped and incomplete, intended for Zach Lucas. And that's one of these things that Trent Taylor's going to learn as he matures as a quarterback, is he's got to remember sometimes you don't want to throw a fastball every time.
Yes, that's correct. Speaking of that, I'd have to imagine he might be a pitcher. The velocity he has on that arm.
So it's 3rd down and 7. And Taylor back to throw. That time sets up the screen for Williams. Williams got some running room out across the 40, 45, still on his feet, pushing towards the midfield stripe. And that time the little screen play worked out for the Warren Warriors.
Yeah, it's going to go for a gain of just under 20. Yeah, it looks like a gain of 19.
Out to the 49-yard line where it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Warren Warriors. As we roll under the 6-minute mark in the ball game. Taylor this time will hand the ball off, and it'll go to Williams once again.
Williams on the carry near midfield will be 2nd down, Warriors.
Give him a gain of about 1.
Still a pretty good crowd sticking around in this one, supporting the Warriors and the Cadets.
2nd down and 9 for the Warren Warriors, and Taylor will fake the handoff and roll out to his right and look to throw and throw deep and overthrows Petty just a little bit.
Yeah, overthrown to the big guy running down the field. Would have loved to have seen him come in with that one.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
Well, unless something drastic happens, the Warriors will be 2-3 as we travel to Vinton County next week, Andy.
So 3rd down and 9 for the Warriors, and the handoff will go to Williams. He'll get inside Cadet territory down to the 48-yard line, give him about 2 more yards on the carry, and it'll bring up 4th down and about 7.
Have to imagine that certainly on this next possession, offensively, I feel like we might see the reserves come in full for the Cadets.
So 4th down and 7, and Taylor's back to throw, looks across the middle, has a receiver. It's Dennis Petty, and it's a 1st down inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line.
36-yard line, 1st down, Warriors.
Nice reception by the big tight end. Moving those chains along.
With 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game, Fort Frye in control of this one. They lead 33-7. And Taylor back to throw once again, and ball knocked around and tipped and incomplete.
Not a bad pass, but really nice defense. Clayton Miller in on the pass defense.
So 2nd down and 10 from the 36-yard line. Taylor in the pistol, and he'll take the snap and pitch it back to Williams. Williams looking for some running room. He doesn't find any that time, and he'll lose yardage back to the 39-yard line.
Big number 50, Casey Brooker. Seems like he just starts off the play in the backfield. He's there so often.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 14 now for the Warriors. As we're inside 4 minutes to go in this one. Fort Frye will move to 5-0 on the season. Warren will fall to 2-3. Taylor back to throw once again and looking, and now he's flushed in the pocket, and he's going to scramble his way forward back to about the original line of scrimmage.
Morgan Smith in on the sack. Rooker right there with him as well. This defensive line, I think, might get my vote for the players. Let's go plural of the game. They really did a great job shutting down the Warren running attack, especially early on. That first half was just a defensive masterpiece.
So it's 4th down and 14 and a whole bunch of movement there. I don't know which one of them moved first. That's what they're going to sort out right now.
Classic question.
Warren's moving backwards, so they think it's probably against them, and it is a false start against the Warren Warriors. So it'll bring up 4th down and now about 20 to go.
Pretty clean night for the Warren Warriors in terms of penalties.
Of course, our player of the game brought to you by our friends at Kettle One Teamwear on Green Street in Marietta. Your home for spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, heat press services, so much more. Give them a call at 2:23 is what they want on the game clock. Again, our player of the game brought to you by Kettle One Teamwear on Green Street in Marietta. Give them a call, 740-373-7969. And it's 4th down and 20. And Taylor in the shotgun with a receiver out to each side, and he sends a man in motion. He's back to throw, looking. He's going to be sacked back inside Warren territory, back at the 48-yard line, and Fort Frye will take over on downs, and for all intents and purposes, that'll wrap it.
Yep, sure will. Big number 66, Caleb Briggs, in with the sack.
Or 66, maybe.
So crowd making sure that the press box got the sack for Riggs correct. Fun night for football. Crowd, as I said, still sticking around.
So Fort Frye takes over on downs here, and we will see a 1st down and 10 and some fresh bodies into the game for Fort Frye, and that's a handoff to
freshman Aiden Holman, if I'm not mistaken. Is that a 36?
I believe you're correct on that, 36.
That carried by number 36.
Sebastian Huck in at quarterback, number 22.
Still holding in that carry, down inside the 40 to the 38, 1st down Cadets.
So, and it was a 1st down run there, so a couple more plays, and this one will officially be in the books as a 33-7 victory for the Fort Frye Cadets.
Running the play clock down.
And the handoff this time will go to Dakota Snodgrass. He'll get down to about the 34-yard line with 1:22 to go. That'll bring up 2nd down and about 7. And the Cadets will have to snap the ball probably, maybe just one more time here, depending on how long this play takes. Still 12 seconds on the 40-second clock, 56 on the game clock. And they're using every bit of that clock with 3 and 2, and snaps it with 2, and then this handoff is going to go all the way around and inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard line.
1st down run for Snodgrass, and that's going to do it.
That is, now they're going to have to snap it one more time because the difference in the game clock and the play clock is about 3 seconds.
Ah, you are right.
So they're going to have to snap it one more time, but that will effectively do it here tonight from Cadet Field in Beverly. The Fort Frye Cadets victorious tonight over the Warren Warriors by a final score of 33-7 is the final snap of the game, and is going to go, and it's going to be a run by Aiden Holman, and that will do it as the clock expires. Fort Frye Cadets winners tonight over the Warren Warriors, 33-7 your final score. We'll take a timeout and come back and recap this one. You're listening to high school football on Jaws Country and ESPN Radio.
It's the kickoff sales event at Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos in Williamstown. With our huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Score big with a deal to fit your payment or budget. Plus, we desperately need pre-owned vehicles, so we're willing to pay over book value for trade-ins, just like yours. Bring your current credit information for guaranteed finance options and your best deal. Regardless of credit history, Pioneer can help you get the car you deserve. Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos in Williamstown, West Virginia, or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify C dealer for details.
You keep up with your kids' doctor's visits, but what about your own? If you've delayed your annual checkup or just need a change, now is the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care. Now open in its newest location at Harbor Point in Williamstown. The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients, and it's just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
And we welcome you back to Cadet Field. Andy Rex along with Shawn Jones as we wrap this one up tonight for this football Friday night. A 33-7 victory for the Fort Frye Cadets over the Warren Warriors tonight, Shawn.
Yep, and it all started off with a touchdown by Mason Long on a 5-yard run at the 1:55 mark of quarter number one. That put the Cadets on the board. Long would find the end zone again at the 4:01 mark of quarter number two. After a couple of camera-intended PAT attempts would follow those touchdowns, a 14-0 lead for the Cadets at the half. They would add to that with two third-quarter touchdowns, one a 4-yard Austin Powell run, and the other a Quentin Huck 31-yard reception from quarterback Ian Ellis. Ellis would top off the scoring after a 52-yard Jason Williams run gave the Warren Warriors their only touchdown of the night. Ellis would find the end zone in the fourth quarter at the 7:01 mark for the Cadets. Wow, Andy, the Cadets keep the winning streak alive, and have to say their defense was just spectacular. And when this game was really being contested in the first half, I've got to say their defense was just phenomenal to take what Jason Williams has been able to do and hold him to virtually a yard a carry or something like that in the first half was pretty impressive.
That was certainly impressive, and you got the feel throughout the course of the evening, even though it took a while for the Cadets to pull away in this one, that they were never not in control of the football game.
Yeah, they really had their grip on the game. That defense, I feel like somewhere in the second quarter or so, I just felt that there was the defense just knew they cannot score on us, and I felt like it was maybe in Warren's head a little bit. I feel like up until the Williams touchdown run, that wow, maybe we can't score on these guys. A great game for the Cadets up front in that defensive line, and Cadets out on the field. Whole lot of pictures being taken, and Well, Andy, a good night for football, I can say, in Beverly, as the Cadets improve to 5-0, dropping the Warren Warriors to 2-3.
Couple of pieces of business that we have to take care of here before we get out of here for the evening, and that's to name our Kettle One Teamwear players of the game. Of course, Kettle One Teamwear, proud sponsor of the player of the game for spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, heat presses, services, so much more. Kettle One Teamwear on Green Street in Marietta. Give them a call at 740-373-7969. Kettle One, of course, a sponsor of the player of the game on both Jaws Country and on ESPN Radio for this season. So let's put our heads together and come up with a couple of players of the game. I think I know who I'm going to give it to from the Warren side.
Well, I was going to say, I think for the Cadets, let's give it to Mason Long. How about that, gutting out some leg issues, it seems like, to put up around 100 yards and a couple of touchdowns on the ground. Also made some plays defensively as well. I would say Mason Long has to be your Cadet player of the game.
And for the Warren Warriors, I think that, as I look back at it, we'll give it to Eugene Paul.
Yes.
For the Warren Warriors.
Mr. Pauly, a sack, fumble recovery. He was doing it all down in the trenches, trying to keep his Warriors in it as best he could. I completely agree with that one. I thought I could read your mind on that one.
Well, there we go. So Mason Long and Eugene Paul, our Kettle One Teamwear players of the game in tonight's contest between the Fort Frye Cadets and the Warren Warriors. Fort Frye improves to 5-0 on the season. They will head on the road to take on the Trimble Tomcats next Friday night. The Warren Warriors fall to 2-3, and they will head on the road to take on the Vinton County Vikings next Friday night. Thanks to Ben and Austin back in the studio for all of their help. My broadcast partner, Shawn Jones. I'm Andy Rex. Final score, final time tonight from Beverly. The Fort Frye Cadets winners over the Warren Warriors, 33-7. Good night, everyone.
You've been listening to Warriors Football on ESPN Radio, AM 630 and FM 92.9, WJAW St. Mary's, Parkersburg. Tonight's game was brought to you by the following community-minded sponsors: the Frye Dental Group, the Wetz Companies, the Pioneer Family Auto Group, Hickory Grove Country Market, WVU Medicine, Camden Park, the Citizens Bank Company, by Marietta College, and Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery. Catch Warren Warriors football all season long right here on ESPN Radio.
You're listening to the Mid-Ohio Valley's ESPN Radio WJAW. We now return to regular programming.
Best of Patrick Mahomes, Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, Monday morning on ESPN Radio.
Join Peyton and Eli for Monday Night Football.
All right, here we go. We got a game here.
It's a different take on the game.
This helmet doesn't fit. Shocking that a helmet doesn't fit you.
With special guests.
So any film study tonight, or you've been watching Eli and I all night?
I've been watching all of you